What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. We're going to be getting into some charts and we're going to be talking about the banks reporting and the looming recession. So, U.S. banks, the big dogs, all the big banks have reported earnings this Friday, and it mentions they're getting ready for shrinking profits and recession. So, the big banks, the banking giants, as they say, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, along with Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. I mentioned these are the six largest lenders expected to amass a combined $5.7 billion in reserves and prepare for sour loans. So, as you know, they reported earnings this Friday. And it also mentions the Fed is raising rates aggressively in effort to tame inflation near its highest in decades. So rising prices and higher borrowing costs have prompted consumers and businesses to curb their spending. Since banks serve as economic middlemen, their profits decline when activity slows. And they mentioned this today. Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, they talked about slowing activity. Slow. As we can see, pretty much a recession is looming. We were already in a recession, but it's talking about how the economy is slowing even further. So they're continuing to raise rates. They're not stopping. And they're trying to cause a short recession. So just be careful trading this market because it is treacherous. I want to show you this market. This is the bigger time frame. As you can see, we're in a huge downtrend. We're at this 4,000 level, and they're poking ahead above the moving average, the trend line, and the 618 retracement for this market. So I'm going to kind of zoom down and show you what I saw today. We're still in this uptrend, as you can see. But this, I'm going to just explain this in real simple terms. We're going to even go down a little further. Go down to simpler terms. This is why I don't trade patterns. The price action I use that's been the most successful, that I like the most, is trend lines. Trend lines is so simple. Trend lines, support and resistance. The trend is up. They have a corrective phase and they have a push phase. So this is what I saw this morning. So market open, they gap down. They consolidated at support, which is 39.50, consolidated at support, and they broke 39.60 level, came back, retested it, and they continue with a series of higher lows. So a lot of people were shorting this market because they thought the market was going to sell off. But this will save you the time if you just followed the trend. So this was the trend up. As you can see, you got this trend up at from 10 o'clock. We started this trend up, series of higher lows, and then they consolidated about 10:45 all the way to noon. And then we had the push phase, series of higher lows, all the way up until yesterday's highs. And it kind of saved me from trading to the short side because I didn't see no reason to. They did stop at the gap fill, and you could have got you a nice short in, but you would have had to sit there for about almost 2 hours, which would have been a good trade if you would have got out when they aggressively pushed down around 11. But once again, what saved me a lot of headache is following the trend. If the trend is up for the entire day, I have no reason to short. No reason. They're holding, the moving averages is holding. There's a series of higher lows. And if you draw a trend line on your chart, connecting the first two swings, they will show you that the market is trending up. It's literally trended up the entire day. And then when we go to the bigger time frame, we kind of see what the market is doing, man. They filled this gap and they have not stopped. They're continuing to push higher. So we don't know when they're going to stop, but you would expect them to stop here if they were going to show some type of weakness. So the next target is 4,050. So 4,050, you will see some resistance there. It probably will sell off a little bit. And then the next target after that is 4,100. It's a gap up there as well. So the market is continuing to make higher lows. And if you draw a trend line on your bigger time frames, you can kind of see it trending up. They react off that line. You can look to buy calls. I'm not trying to short if it's trending up like this all day. So today was a pretty decent day. If you were buying calls, if you were shorting this market, you had a hard time today. But follow the trend. It's so simple. I don't really care for patterns, but teach his own. Like and subscribe, man, for this content. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be trading live Monday again, so I'll let you know how that goes, and I will be posting as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.